That guy, see these two guys. I don't think they really,
or possibly were transfixed with the grammatical expertise.
People, you know what funny thing about while you were speaking, these two guys were asking me, they able to say me to understand what you know. Because the English is too Polish, you know. Look at Prince too when he came. Oh, right. Those two people, yeah. I know you.
So what do you suggest?
Come down to a level,
possibly from the book we could actually get to know much of it.
Yeah, and I go through the book. It was a wonderful job.
It was, and I remember very vividly the one that talks about hope for Nigeria, and it talks about a new generation. You know, we've been taught about the pioneer poets. Do you understand? And these pioneer poets died. Nobody inherited their prowess. One of the civil wars claimed the lives of Christopher Kibo. And Chinua Achebe couldn't forgive Nigeria after the death of Christopher Kibo. Possibly you know him. But I think today, Chinua Achebe should be proud that there is a better Christopher Kibo. And when he started and he wrote the one, Mother Itolo, you understand? That was quite traditional. And one of the things we saw in your poem was the traditionality you deployed to actually convey your message. You didn't lose your touch of where you're coming from. And that's one of the things that is gradually seizing in this country. Gradually, traditionality is being displaced for Westernism. Exactly. So Westernization is taking the place of traditionality. But you didn't lose that, despite your grammatical prowess, despite your professionalism when it comes to speaking, and the entire family could see all of that in you. But mom has done something great in your lives, and that is keeping you stuck to the tradition that has bred you. Thank you so much, Mr. Kanu, for keeping faith with the tradition that has bred you. That means there's hope for this country. Mr. Job Legend, I know they don't really know much about you, but I think I know much about you. They don't even know you are a traditional poet.
Yeah.
Even though the one you have transformed your into comment. All right. So very quickly, while we're waiting for the projector, we quickly want to talk about the book, the excerpts in the book, the exploration for the book. With 6 stanzas.
Okay.
Yes, 3 stanzas.
The title here is A New Dawn.
A New Dawn. Yeah.
A new day, a new dawn, a new way, a new morn.
From night past, there are stories told. Great stories, the light is born, and darkness spells you see. Gaze into the light, flaunting in the sun.
The clouds clear
The
horizon, as the night dragged into day. I love this one.
As clear blue stream lingers, a train of time gone. I think you should be competing with Oluchukwu.
No, this one pass on
Oluchukwu.
Talk about Peter. You know Peter speaks well.
No, he speaks well, but when it comes to grammatical malapropism, I think we give that the antidote. As an artist, I try to paint the truth. Who will believe my gift when forbidden to write? As the changing of the seasons gives rise to new life. The cock screaming at dawn. The light this morning is an area, making due cause for ostentation. An auspicious prompt of the season's eve, even as the warning of the winter period's gone. Resolve is made to bear, even as the fleeting of a moment's breath is done. And thus, alas, a golden fleece attained, just as surely is the resplendence of an ever-rising sun. So, a new dawn. So, I believe it's a new dawn indeed. This is a wonderful one. So, if you don't have this in your archive, something is wrong. You will be thrown into the dustbin of history with time. And maybe when that time comes, I'm telling you, it should be kept in your archive. Treasures for the rest of your time, for the next generation to pick and read and say that there is hope again for Nigeria. I think the president needs to see this. Is that okay? The president needs to see it, even though I'm afraid. Does he do poetry?
He does. What is the meaning of government for the people and for the people?
Or better say, I am for everyone and I am for no one. Is that okay?
It's the point.
So APC is actually a government for everyone and for no one.
Right.
I think Mr. President is the point. You are correct. And there was one he poetically crafted actually, where he said, my wife belongs to the kitchen and to the other room. Is that okay? Till date, we are trying to find out what happens in the other rooms. And the nature of the other room, we're actually going to ask Mr. President when we visit him. So ladies and gentlemen, clap for Mr. President. He's one of the greatest poets we've discovered in recent times. Thank you. And so very quickly, are they ready for us? Not yet. Photographer. It's like your real profession is photography. You don't like projecting. All right, music. Are the artists ready? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have great rappers in the house tonight, and they are
The United States of America, part Nigeria, you know, my whole family's in the house. I'm proud to see y'all having a good time. This is wonderful. I like to see people get together like this in Africa because it's not a very common thing, but we should start to encourage these kind of gatherings more often. Okay, so without taking much of your time, I'm about to go into my song. So I saw these dudes doing some freestyle. Let me see if I can do a little acapella first. Okay, this one is like this. Affairs of the heart, together we've grown. If things fall apart, whenever you know, woman, your love is life-changing. I couldn't be the same without you, darling. Your love is life-saving. You always catch me when I fall. Alright, now before we go into my song, let me drop one freestyle and it goes like this. Look up in the sky, it's a mosquito fly, another reason why everybody die. One little mosquito bite is enough to take a life. Similar to a sense of fly, it is very dangerous, even very hazardous to get bit by a lot of mosquitoes. Cause of malaria infection due to environmental pollution. Plus, don't forget, we got a lot of people helpless, living homeless on the dirty streets. There's no food to eat, so hungry. And let's feed the masses so they have energy to keep the streets clean because of good hygiene. Let's stop the malaria, cause we want to plague on Africa with all of this fever. Make a lot of children shiver and make a lot of people die. A lot of mothers cry. Prevention is better than cure. Just like I said before, buy your mosquito cold with the net. About to drink those so the little kids live long to enjoy. Feel that? Dog rock, kick rock, rock. Let's go and drive soon. Yeah. Worldwide, revolutionary. Ghetto King's boss. West side. I dedicate this one out to Africa. You know what I mean? Felt like. I don't know why. The mosquito flies, another reason why everybody die. One little mosquito bite is enough to save the life. It's similar to a second fly. It is very dangerous, even very hazardous to get bitten by a lot of mosquitoes. Cause malaria infection.
Go blow up.
Environmental pollution, but we got a lot of people helpless, living homeless on the dirty streets. There's no food to eat, so hungry. Let's feed the masses so they have energy to keep the streets clean because of good hygiene. Let's stop the malaria. We want to plague on Africa with all of this fever. Make a lot of children shiver and make a lot of people die. A lot of mothers cry. Just like I said before, buy your mosquito cold with the net, eat more fruits, no sugar with vegetables, so the little kids live long to enjoy. Feel that? Machiavelli 2, King Thug Rock, yeah.
While my people on the streets don't be on dealing with problems, but the government is not supposed to be out. We stay in the rap, together we black kids and battle on system. So conflicted, why the politicians lacking? When the kids got me through shelter, eating lonely, now I got the mind of a thug. Get your money and drug. If a nigga disrespect me, get a bullet for slug, cause I'm a young street boy, everyday walking. There's no car for driving, till I got the money and I pop cars for driving. No food for the lazy man, no time for sleeping. Wake up early in the morning, when I stop yawning, think about the hustling. What a young man gotta do for money. Unemployed, I was gonna say, can't I'm a baby boy, that's if you got no money. Survive on tour, and no way to enjoy. Now my heart goes out to this young lady that used to ask cheap sex to get the money to buy the Rolex. Instead when they should gonna buy her own Lex. Now nobody knows she got a little crazy. Nobody knows but she got a crazy baby. She got a little money heading out for a portion. Nobody knows she just signed the death sentence. The prostitution kill a lot of women in silence. How many women fall victim to verbal violence? On the streets, I'm a young street boy. This is what I see every day that goes on in the world.
Let me give y'all one more classic real quick. I hope y'all like this one. This is especially for the ladies. I don't want to just be talking about social issues all night long before I get up off the stage. So DJ, drop it, track 2. Yeah. Michael in the house. You know what time it is.
Nowadays, mellow. Look at the Popeyes, say hello. What's happening? What's kicking? I thought you said I'm the only one that you're going to be missing. You play nicely, so you act my lips for kissing. But now you said you don't like me, even want to fight me. I got no time for a fight, cause I'm living a thug life. I stay hardcore, even when the bitches come and knock on my door. I got a mind to be done with a gun in the world. And every day I smoke marijuana. I feel like being chill and drug. The open trust, I'm ready to bust. Thug life, Rockabilly 2 Kid, Thug Life.
We don't make my days. Said all you girls would use your own ways. No time for long days. Should talk about the top of coming. We don't make my days. Said all you girls would use your own ways. No time for long days. Should talk about the top of coming. I'm trying so bright. Let me know more. Take a look at me. You will know what I want to see. Just lady, what you want to do? For your moments, cause I need ya when I want this. That means that I love your moments. See, I'm next to the beat, chillin' with my girl, my DX2, Rockabilly 2, it's in the building, put you in the chocolate money, put it to the record. See, we don't look bad, I shine so bright, we done it one day, so we said all you guys would use your moments. We don't talk for long days, we should talk about the talk of coming.
Alongside my niggas SBA, TX2. I got more money, more women. Every day, the nose and thing that the females feeling. No time for shock and rockers, the women that used to harass me. Come to ask me for my action, and I see it now for the rest of me. Ask one different pictures of my bedroom, undress me. Pretty ladies ask me, they can kiss me. They said they wanna lay next to me, just to have sex with me. Cause I'm an onion, I got lots of women, thug life. Cause I'm an onion, I got lots of women, thug life.
We come to my days, said all you guys would use your phone days. No time for long days, we should talk about the talk of calling. We come to my days,
but they all know that gets a good time. When they're the hotspot, I know they see their phone means. When I hit the goal, bro, they all they do their phone means. Yeah, now I'm singing on the top, bro. Every morning, niggas no block. G4 road, bitches shout Jesus. When I run across the town, all the bitches focus. If it's all proper, smoking in the dark. Gangsters, motherfuckers moves, tattoos, they laying on my body too. So don't think son of a bitch, I'm not a sis. Better boy, but still bitches don't see that yes is money, but still they don't bitch. The house one don't win, homies don't sue me. When I drop this rap, nigga, all the bitches round me. Yeah, so for sure, yeah.
I want to take a look at me now. I'm fresh and fly. I'm starting to fly. If I feel me, just say hi. Just say hi. If I feel me, just say hi. Yo, it's a brand new day. 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 I'm a la la la. Cause I feel so high. When I see my mind, you know we're bad. I feel so fresh and big. We don't be my kids. Say that girls will teach you all this. One time for long place. Talk about it, talk about it. We don't be my kids. Say that girls will teach you all this. One time for long place. Talk about it, talk about it. We don't be my kids. Say that girls will teach you all this. One time for long place. Talk about it, talk about it. We don't be my kids. Say that girls will teach you all this. One time for long place. Talk about it, talk about it.
Alright, hello everybody. Much love to my brother, Oluchukwu, who's looking out for you. Here to support for the book launch. And for all the beautiful people we got in the house tonight, much love. For Machiavelli too, peace out. You know.
Thank you, Machiavelli. Let's give it up for Machiavelli. That was a wonderful performance. Machiavelli, I love your production. It's rich, it is pure, and it is explicit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly we go into the business of the day. Mommy, how do you feel when you sit there and look at your children with different characteristics in their uniqueness, doing what each one knows how to do best? So how do you feel? Actually, when we saw you, came in, someone said, this is the mom. I said, no, it can't be true. This should be the sister. Because somehow you even look younger than all of them. You look younger than all of them. And what does that mean? It simply means they haven't given you stress. They brought you peace. And I believe for the rest of your time, they will give you peace. In Jesus' mighty name. Alright, very quickly, we are going to the book launch. I'm actually in love with the book. I love poetry. Poetry is life. Anyone who wants to be happy needs to be a lover of poets. Every human being has poetry running on the inside. So, and we've come to celebrate poetry, which is I think, William Wordsworth defined as a spontaneous overflow of powerful emotions experienced in tranquility. And that is the hallmark of poetry. Very quickly, you came here to do launching, and so shall it be. And ladies and gentlemen, the person that is going to be unveiling this book is a proud mother, not just a proud mother, but she is no other person, but Ezenwanyi. Hope I got that right. Ezenwanyi. Ezenwanyi Mrs. Charity Kanu. Ladies and gentlemen, celebrate this wonderful woman that has taken all her time to bring up these wonderful kids with exceptional characteristics. As she comes to unveil the book, after which every one of us shall be unveiling the book with our individual support. The more you clap, the faster her coming. The stage is yours. So please come to the stage. It is your time to shine. Please clap for this wonderful, proud mother. I thought you would do that by standing ovation. Yes, a standing ovation. Yes, a standing ovation. Thank you, Mr. DK. Thank you. You know, some of us may live this life without anybody knowing us. But people may get to know us through our children.
And that is what is happening tonight. But if you live your life without anybody knowing you, and without your children making someone to know you, then you need to go back to God and pray. Because you can't just come into this life and go the way you came. You must contribute to the ecosystem. The world expects so much from us. So mommy, the world is getting to know you through your children, not just one. You've got the poet, and you've got the musical poet as well. And you've got the orator, another Obama. And of course, I know you've got a dancer that I'm yet to discover, another musician. Something tells me that. Possibly before we leave, I will get to confirm that. So thank you so much for doing a great job. So the stage is yours.
Hello, everyone. Hello. My heart is overjoyed, you know. First of all, let me begin to thank each and every one of you for coming. Even on a short note, because I know that we didn't have much time to plan or to even invite people. And yet, we have a good audience this evening. May the Almighty bless each and every one of you for making our time for the Poetic Man. Today, I unveil this, the Poetic Man with 50,000 naira just to encourage and I use this opportunity to encourage everybody. Please, don't shy away from telling your story as an African. It's very important that we start telling our tales by ourselves. We are tired of foreigners coming to us, telling us our stories. So with the Poetic Man, I call on the youngsters, even the old and new, to come out and begin to tell our stories by ourselves to the new generation and the generations to come. Thank you all. As may the Almighty who brought each and every one of us here also guide us safely back to our various ends.
Can you please say, Usher, you really need to be at work here. Is that okay with your paper? All right, thank you so much.
This is mine.
It is yours. That was wonderful. Unknown to us, you're also a poet. Don't let others tell your tales. Do it yourself.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Why do we read? Where do the lines in a book lead? Why do we spend money and time to peer through the pages of a book or scroll through an endless stream of posts in our newsfeed? What is it about words and the combination of words that keeps us coming back for more? What do we hope to find as we read between the lines? Between the lines, a most apt expression for mere line assimilation leaves not the desired impression. The lines present an escape route, a path to our home within. Upon tasting the forbidden fruit, does our journey truly begin? As you peer through the pages of this book, The Poetic Man, may you see and not merely look how the pulse of its rhythmic lines gives light to your creative designs. Why then do we read? We read because deep down we know that growth happens in the seeking and not in the finding. I am Mazi, Crown Prince Obioha, GM Khan, also known as Izagan Bibu. I'm proud to be associated with this landmark book, The Poetic Man, and its brilliant author, who's none other than my brother, who's Oluchukwu. A tree without roots cannot stand. It is by embracing and celebrating our roots that we truly stand. Let us have that as a takeaway from this gathering tonight. Thank you so much for being here. We're deeply honored. Peace, love, and honor to each and every one of you. We celebrate the launch of The Poetic Man, and I'll be putting down 10,000 naira just to grease this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One of the things that amuses me about the prince is the calmness with which he speaks, the softness with which he speaks, the poetic nature that runs in his own blood. And Prince, I hope to celebrate and launch your own poetic book very soon. You are poetry personified. It's a family of poets. One more time, let's celebrate him. Let's clap for him. Do we have the person of Peter?
I welcome all of you on this my brother. Everything I can take as everything. It's like a son to me. Because when the father was alive, he felt like it's among the people that brings me up, the way I am today. I lived with the father at Tampa for many years, and this is the mother I have that time. That was feeding us, did everything to us for we to grow. So I cannot be in Abuja, and there's a good thing coming out from that family that I will not be there. And I thank God for this type of thing coming out in our family. There are some families that are looking for something like this. They have money, they have everything, but God didn't give it to them. I thank God for today. We are launching this thing. I don't have to talk much. My name is Mr. Jude Kano. Agujebun Kembo Nizor. That is my wife beside me. Ikote Kembo Nizor.
Very important.
So, by not saying much, I'm launching this book, the sum of 10,000.
Thank you so much. Let's clap for him. Let's clap for him. We need more persons.
Cherish you. You are like me. God will give us children, plenty grandchildren. God will bless all of them. He is my student. I didn't know him one day, he just entered. Mommy, I called him, what do you want? So he brought this invitation while I was not, I wasn't on sick when he presented. But I called, when I see that the date is coming, I called 2 days ago. He said, Mommy, please come. We want you here. So I appreciate you welcoming me. I enjoy it. During my secondary school days, poetry is my best subject.
Wow.
Only that I divert into librarianship. But it's okay. With that, at least, I'm still happy. I will unveil this copy. I'll keep it in the library because I'm the serial librarian for my student. I know he will bring complimentary copy to the university. So well done, Mr. Kanu. Well done, all the children. Mommy, well done. From today, you are my friend. I'll take your number. We'll discuss. Thank you. I'm unveiling it with 5,000 naira.
Wow.
You come to my office to collect it.
break it down to you. Oh, na na na. Oh, na na na.
Society, while my people on the streets don't keep on killing with poppy. This is the stadiums of rats, this people neglected and the Babylon system. So conflicted, why the politicians laughing when the kids got no food, shelter, even clothing, got the mind of the third. Trust, and if the people disrespect us, get them full up a slut. I'm the young street boy, everyday walking, there's no car for driving. Black man upright, see man, there's no time for sleeping. Wake up early in the morning, when I stop yawning, I'm thinking about this hustling. What a young man gotta do for money. Unemployed, my brother. The money to take care of the kids so that they enjoy it. It's about Africa, the origin. You know what I'm talking about? The forgotten. It's no more than just kicked up rock, Machiavelli too. Princess, feel that?
Avec mon acclame pour Prince.
Alright, so this, please don't be shy. This book society of Nigeria, if you look at the print, it is an exceptional print. It is not like the conventional print you get outside. He's not just a producer, he's a writer as well. He's a writer. So you've got your story hidden within you. We'll bring it out of you and get it on the stage for the world to see. So, Book Society, you have not started. You're about to start. And we believe God is going to launch you into a future that is unbelievable. Thank you for doing so great work. And we are begging you now. We want to take it from you now. We want to relaunch this book. Are you permitting us to join force with you?
Yes.
Where this hall will not be enough. We are not using here anymore. We use somewhere bigger because it will not be enough for people that will come. I hope we are permitted. Mr. Kanu, I hope it is allowed. We are going to make sure we market this book to every nook and cranny of Nigeria and take it to the world beyond. Thank you so much for everyone that has come.
Daniel, before you leave, make sure you collect all the artists' Instagram handle. So that especially Princess collect our
They are already available.
Machiavelli collect.
They are already available.
So that either way, you know, we reach them in chatted book.
DJ Fire too.
Even DJ Fire to collect. My own is call your Instagram and
Yeah, I know we join accounts.
Oluchukwu
Kanu. Prince Oluchukwu Kanu.
Do you know the meaning of
He's also a
work
prince.
of God?
Also a prince. Even though a gentle prince at that.
Very humble.
Thank you. Can I get a book? Yes. Thank you very much. Right. Well, thank you all for staying with us thus far. You know, it's been a good ride until this very point. Well, at this stage of this gathering, I'm sure it's all dawned on us the purpose for which we gathered, and it's primarily to unravel the mystique of the poetic man. You know, what the enigma which is before us today. You know, what has taken the title of this book. Now, the question might be asked, who or what is the poetic man? So, could it be a person? Could it be referring to a person? Or is it something that is inanimate? Well, this question is what this book serves to answer. You know, it's more refers to a personality which resides in each and every single one of us. And now let's proceed to read some of the poems within the book. Okay. Now, this one is titled Reflection on page 55, and it goes like this. I saw myself as I peered deep into your eyes, an airy moment from which I've come to realize a kindred soul endowed by nature in disguise, a longing birth from time to meet fulfilling skies, a spirit's beckon to the yearning solemn heart, a wanton reckon of a mindful fleeting thought, the very reason for insidious will to rot, a testament to what love's abound has henceforth brought. Let's go to another one. Now, I'd like to recite a poem, one of my very first. This one was written
around 2004 when I first ventured into the spoken word space. And it was initially titled My Troubled Heart, though it evolved to Pogroms of the Heart, as it's one that, it's a dilemma which many individuals may have found themselves in at some point of their lives. And I'd like to dedicate this one to mostly the war-torn areas of our nation in the north, those who have yet to resolve to maintain a peaceful disposition and live peaceably among themselves, be it in the north or in the east. You know, the message is unity. The message is oneness to all. We have to come to the point in our lives where we see that together we can achieve more than we can apart. So the poem goes as follows. Okay. My heart is troubled seeing all this violence, violence which caused my heart to sink into an eternal silence. My heart is troubled. What is the essence of existence? Why is it so easy for us to die in an instance? My heart is troubled that it soars the winds looking for answers, answers which only beget more and more questions. Brothers killing brother, where is the love for one another? Rich are getting richer, poorer getting poorer. My heart is troubled that it floats in the deep unending space of an eternal abyss. Troubles, 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 troubles. We can conquer our troubles if we believe, and that is one goal I must achieve. In my quest to achieve the epitome of eternal bliss, I set out to conquer my troubled heart. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I'll read what may have not come to our notice is that within these pages not only lie poetry, but various articles which speak on pertinent issues that over the ages remain relevant, have remained relevant to our society. So one of such articles I'd like to read from now. And it's titled Ubiquitous. And it's as follows. That we all bear an infinite nature remains imperative. Coming to terms with this equips the individual to embrace our transience, thus being most sensitive to live remarkably and institute the change we desire in our immediate environs and the world at large to the best of our capability. As yet once upon a time, the tale will be told of our exploits and deeds in the earth's plane by generations to come, of which legacy rests primarily in our hands. Alas, the moment to set a new paradigm is nigh, and posterity looks down upon us to rise to the occasion and set the tone for the precedence. In all our endeavors to deal with each other fairly, to consolidate skill and resource to make way for Renaissance, a new golden era, where culture bears its fruits in a climb of dignity and equanimity, where industries thrive and each man reaps the harvest of their toil. As the flailing hopes of humanity are made to be realized, this tone rings at the most modest waging means. It radiates in the smile of the farmer who relishes the bounty of a plentiful harvest, capable of lasting through the season's tide. It resonates with a healthcare worker who knows that even as woes had befallen many, so have many been revived to vigor. It emboldens the legislature to remain incorruptible toward the actualization of equity in the dispensation of jurisprudence, and thus the lens of gains tethers in perpetuity unto the actualization of utopia and beyond, as each generation will yet bear ostentation of perception and resolve, which invariably engenders the level of attainment in our era. Thank you. We have some refreshments prepared for you, so I'd like everyone to converge to the pavilion to which we'll be led so that we could have those refreshments. Thank you for staying with us thus far, and we're most delighted.
We're sorry, I need to help him out. He's not a talking type. Yeah. He puts his thoughts in his books. So if you want to know much of him, read his books. So I think I understand him. He's a gentle, the romantic, the Ramsey Noah kind of a person. He will be a real lover. That's a good one.
Wait, as you are saying this, mommy, you know all these poetic men, like two don't collect my girlfriend for university.
This long with us is a sign of love. It's a sign of commitment. You know those who love you, when they go, you become stubborn. Is that okay? But when everything is rosy, you never can be too sure of those who really love you. Thank you so much for everyone that has stayed patiently, despite your busy schedules. Very quickly, let's take a majestic walk to the pavilion and have a refreshment.
Someone will direct you.
So, Mr. DJ,
continue walk.
Do what you know how to do best. But no food for you.
Who would they go to?
They go to.
All right, the name is Prince Oluchukwu Bondli Kanu. I hail from R&D Zog, a village in Idiata North local government area of Imo State. And I'm currently residing here in Abuja. It was a desire to spread African culture through writing, essentially, and also to re-imbibe the spirit of oneness, as all cultures across the globe have a shared heritage, and that's basically it. The book is a brainchild of myself. The content evolved over time, over the space of several years. As one of the pieces there was written in 2004, and over the years, the material was collated to form the book that we have today. It was a time of reflection, you know. It also helped enable me look deep within and unearth various aspects of my writing skills and capabilities and it was spiritual in nature, if one might add. Well, Poetic Man, beyond being a title, actually speaks to a persona, a character that lives within each and every person. So it's a potential that each person has and is capable of bringing forth. You know, we are all poets, and once we're able to tap into that reservoir of natural creativity, we have all it takes to share our creative potentials with the world.